Welcome back, everyone. I finally found another location to set up our megastructures. Though, in order to build them, I need to upgrade the HQ building to its final level. Then we head on over and build our first megastructure.
Headquarters upgrade in progress. This will attract a lot of attention.
We have some time before the attack. Let's strengthen our defenses.
My sensors are picking up multiple groups of hostile creatures approaching our base.
Okay, we're ready for them.
Base is under attack. One of our buildings has been destroyed. A tower has been destroyed.
has been destroyed.
Where did the boss go? Hello? Where? Oh, there he is.
Has been destroyed.
Base is under attack.
Threat neutralized.
This will buy us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade.
Now, for this first structure, you'll need a lot of power, and including supply with 1000 supercharged plasma per second. And the fastest way to do that is, I never remember the name of those structures that use a supercharged plasma out of regular plasma.
Foundation deployment for the Quantum Cortex laboratory is in progress.
Excellent. Once it comes online, we will be able to start repurposing additional schematics for larger megastructures. We have to divide their blueprints into smaller parts that we can build piece by piece.
Ashley, remember that this is only the foundation and the central processing databank for this structure. This facility will allow us to store and process enormous datasets even when it is not sufficiently powered. However, if we want to take advantage of its processing capabilities, we will have to deliver huge amounts of supercharged plasma and energy to keep the quantum cortex operational. Furthermore, if we want to unlock the full potential of this facility, we will have to research construction schematics for its remaining modules that are suitable for fabrication through my assembly systems.
Understood. I've already marked specific megastructures for repurposing. Once we're ready, we can start reintegrating the plans for the Nanobot Swarm Production Center, the Gravitational Hyperlens, and the Hydroponic Sustainability Laboratory. After these 3 megastructures have been completed, we will be able to move to the most complex one, the Arcology Workshop.
How do you intend to use these technologies, Ashley?
Riftbreaker-led colonization missions usually follow a standardized flow. Stage 1. Establish a forward base of operations with a quantum-entangled rift station connected back to Earth. Stage 2. Earth's expeditionary forces reinforce the forward base with overwhelming force and rapidly build up the on-site economy by strip mining the surface of the planet and utilizing its resources without any limitations. Stage 3. Enormous industrial complexes devour the native landscape, permanently displacing or destroying the local ecosystem in the name of efficiency and control. Stage 4. Once the planet is fully subdued and restructured, civilian colonists are brought in to settle what's left, often unaware of what had to be erased to make room for them. I want to disrupt Stage 2 and Stage 3 of this process.
Stage 2 and Stage 3 are required to create safe living conditions for future colonists. The colonization protocol indicates that their impact on the local ecosystem should be minimal.
That's how this process worked in the beginning, but things have changed, Mr. Riggs. Think about what happened to Saloon 6, Valora 12, or even Inforian 9B. Recent history shows that Stage 2 and Stage 3 serve as a pretext for rampant industrial exploitation. Collapsing the rift brought us additional time that we can use to prepare the planet for technology-led cohabitation. These megastructures will allow us to claim that Galatea 37 is ready for Stage 4 of the colonization process.
I am sorry, Ashley, but I still do not understand the specific purpose you have in mind for these buildings.
In short, the Nanobot Swarm Production and Control Center will give us the ability to construct huge structures without introducing city-scale fabrication crawlers. The gravitational hyperlens will allow us to move large objects, like arcologies, into orbit without building spaceports. The Hydroponic Sustainability Lab is going to allow us to research and produce food for the colonists in a sustainable manner. It should also increase the efficiency of our cultivators, so we can extract the necessary resources from the planet in a more friendly manner. The Arcology Workshop will allow us to construct self-contained temporary colonies for people arriving on Galatea 37. This will give them time to adapt to local conditions in a safe environment.
An arcology is a semi-self-sufficient city. If we construct it directly in the orbit above the planet, then it will be safe from the local fauna. The infrastructure that we will have built on the ground will be enough to support it. I think I understand that part. But why would people want to live in a city up in space if the goal was to colonize the planet?
Arcologies will remain in orbit until colonists can find optimal conditions for ground-based settlement. Afterwards, they're supposed to land and slowly expand their habitats on the planet. This is an older theoretical colonization concept that was first proposed by astrobiologists Varemsky and Bomack in the late 21st century. I didn't invent all of this. There are a lot of smart people back on Earth who will know how to take care of this planet. I want to be able to pass the reins directly to them.
Okay, this is starting to make more sense. I will save the rest of my questions for later.
Thank you, Mr. Riggs. Now, let's get back to work.
Quantum Cortex laboratory construction finished. Primary structure integrity confirmed. The central processing databank is functioning at optimal parameters.
Perfect. Thanks to the increased working memory capacity, we can finally begin reformatting the megastructure schematics. The Nanobot Swarm Control Center, the Gravitational Hyperlens, and the Hydroponic Sustainability Lab blueprints are available for adaptation.
We could theoretically reprocess these schematics without powering up the quantum cortex. However, this building alone is more powerful than the entirety of our existing research infrastructure combined. I advise that we deliver the required supercharged plasma and energy inputs to bring the facility to full operational capacity.
We can make the quantum cortex laboratory even more efficient by upgrading it with all of its remaining components. That way, we could research the rest of the megastructures much faster.
That is a good point, Ashley. Please check the resource requirements for each megastructure. They use up different types of resources. It might be efficient to construct them out of order, as the required resources gradually become available.
So, like I was saying, you have 4 inputs of for supercharged plasma. So at each point, I say set up at least 4 of these at each location. Because they alone only give you 75 supercharged plasma per second. Then you have 150. Look, just set up 4 at each of these points of interest, and you're good to go. And now the easiest way to supply these with a regular plasma is through the fusion power plants. And at each point I say set up 1 at each of these. Now you could go through the long procedure of hooking these fusion power plants up to water purification factories. Then there's also the easy way by simply setting up 1 or 2 of these to constantly supply them with supercoolant. Be warned though, they consume titanium as fuel -1 per second. Then we head on over here. That's done over there. And these require 1,000 energy, seriously. And to solve that, this is also a important thing. Set up before you even begin setting up these megastructures. Set up a huge energy producing network. I'm not kidding. You seriously need to do that before anything else. Next, we go in here, set up the pipelines. So on each of these sections now, you have 600 supercharged plasma. And this mega structure sucks up 1,000 supercharged plasma per second. So, in other words, go 3, 6, 9, 12. And if my math is correct, there shouldn't be any further issues. I hope. Then you can also go, and just to be safe, set one of these energy connector next to the megastructure, next to the energy pylon, and whatever energy producing structures you have set up. Okay, let's set up another 4 of these. And that should do it. Yeah. Normally, I say now you can go and put up the 3 other remaining megastructures. But for this walkthrough, I say let's upgrade this quantum Cortex lab to the maximum. After we research the necessary level, over here in the Megastructures research tree. And there it is. Please work. Please. Of course there's too little. Always something with these annoying pain in the A megastructures. I swear they're made to just annoy you. Though, still quite fun to deal with, believe it or not. I feel like this game really tests your capabilities as a real-time strategist.
Technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
I sure hope this is not plasma,
We have power
because you
shortages.
suckers
The next
produce
power
800 per second. And now we can upgrade this again.
The Coriolis plasma nullifier for the Quantum Cortex laboratory will help us reduce the rotational drift in the plasma arrays. It will improve the lab's operational stability at higher frequencies.
Affirmative. Nullifier assembly in progress. This component will suppress lateral distortions and supercharge plasma flow, thereby improving overall processing speed. The Quantum Cortex Laboratory Coriolis Plasma Nullifier has been installed. Plasma flow has stabilized. Lateral fluctuation has dropped to negligible levels.
Excellent. This upgrade noticeably improved our overall research speed. We can improve it further by constructing additional QCL components.
Research completed.
No. Really?
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Okay, I'm not that great at math, so you're gonna need one supercoolant refinery per fusion power plant, which reduces the titanium cost as fuel.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
Base is under attack.
Alright, let's upgrade this once again.
I'm installing the stabilized hypercondensate centrifuge for the QCL. The lab needs a stable condensate environment for high-fidelity data retention during extended processing cycles.
Initiating centrifuge assembly. Once stabilized, this module will reduce quantum decoherence and improve neural lattice computational consistency during prolonged operations. Quantum Cortex laboratory upgrade complete. Stabilized hypercondensate centrifuge online. Core systems now exhibit a 63% increase in data integrity under high-load processing conditions.
Excellent. That should make long-term simulations far more reliable. We're one step closer to reaching QCL's full operational capacity.
Research completed. A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for
Basically, what this megastructure does is if you have any kind of research left to complete in the research tree, this quantum cortex lab increases the research speed by tenfold.
I'm starting installation of the supercharged plasma ion accelerator for the QCL. To fully utilize the quantum cortex, we need to enhance its plasma processing efficiency.
Understood. This module will significantly improve energy delivery efficiency across all neural computation channels. Plasma regulation protocols are now engaged. Quantum Cortex laboratory upgrade finished. Supercharged plasma ion accelerator installation complete. Quantum Cortex plasma processing efficiency has increased by 67.4%. Processing capacity has been recalibrated accordingly.
Excellent. We've almost finished upgrading the QCL. There's just one more upgrade left.
And you'll notice at level 1, this only needed 50k energy per second. That has doubled with 15k, which is why always set up a huge energy production network. Always.
The wind is picking up speed.
Research completed. Wind speed is at an exceptional high. Wind turbine efficiency is at maximum.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Research completed.
Let's go final level.
I'm initiating the construction of Kotiuk's brown matter recyclers. The quantum cortex is already generating massive amounts of cooled plasma waste. We need a way to process that brown matter efficiently and recover the leftover energy.
Acknowledged. Initializing container deployment. These systems will isolate and neutralize plasma residue, accelerate waste handling, and recycle the residual thermal energy back into the quantum cortex's power loop. Quantum Cortex Laboratory upgrade complete. Kotiuk's brown matter recyclers are fully operational. Brown matter flow is stabilized. Energy reclamation systems are operating at maximum efficiency. All core subsystems report full synchronization. The Quantum Cortex Laboratory has reached 100% operational capacity.
Excellent. With the entire system running at peak efficiency, we can now process, adapt, and deploy megastructure schematics without delay. This was a huge undertaking. No wonder these megastructures are not meant to be built by Riftbreakers.
Your behavioral pattern does not fit the typical Riftbreaker stereotype, Ashley. Wind speed is returning back to typical values. Wind turbine efficiency returning to normal.
That's all the time I have for this part. In the next one, we'll take on the gravitational hyperlens and nanobot center in this bio. Until then, everyone, have a great day. Got questions? Well, you know where to go. Reaper 7GL signing off.